Hello, welcome to your 30-day yoga challenge. I'm Lydia and today is day 26. We're going to be flowing through a practice today to help improve with your flexibility. Enjoy. So we're going to start by bringing the body round onto the sitting bones, lengthen out the legs, and let's just start off with the ankles. So we're going to lengthen up through the spine, roll the shoulder blades back and down, and we're just going to point and flex through the ankles. Nice, and you can sit onto a cushion here if you need to. If you feel like you're rolling back, think about lengthening and lifting up, finding an anterior tilt in the tailbone. Try and become nice and light on the fingertips, and you can also rotate the shoulder blades back and down to open up the chest. And as you do this, try and engage your thigh muscles. So you're waking up the legs, and then let's work through some rotations. So circling the ankles round in one direction. And back the other way. Nice. So then we're going to take our time to just lift off one leg, bring it towards your shoulder, and just see how that feels in your hip and knee. So be gentle with the knee flexion as you're warming up. Lengthen through the spine and then change to the other side. Nice. Inhale as you bring that knee towards the shoulder. Exhale as you lengthen. We'll work through 4 more. And bringing the legs together. Keep the knees soft if you need to. Shuffle the hips so you're really grounding the sitting bones. We're going to take a big breath in as we lengthen through the spine and exhale as we forward fold. We're just going to see how far you can lower. Keeping the spine rounded and the elbows soft, and you can also bend into the knees here also. Just see how this forward fold feels for you today. And then on your next exhale, let's roll up through the spine. Bringing the feet wide as we work through internal, external rotation. So again, you want to open up the chest, and we're just going to work on one knee at a time, gently bending into the knee, and you lower the knee in and then open the knee out, keeping the sitting bones down. Perfect. And you might feel a stretch as you internally rotate, and then you might feel it on the inner thigh as well as you externally rotate. So nice and gentle, making the movements a little bit bigger as you increase the reps. And let's go on to the other side, dropping in, opening back up. See how it feels on this leg? Really nice. And then let's bring the feet wide. So we're going to bring them in line with the hips, hands in line with the shoulders. Big breath in as we roll the shoulder blades forwards, and we're going to find a nice rounded position. So similar to cat. Exhale as we lift and open the chest and find some length in the spine. Let's just work through a couple here. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Really rolling the shoulder blades back and down as you open. Nice. You can either keep working through this movement, or as you open, you can begin to lift up the hips. So you just bring the hips up with you, and then inhale as you lower back down, rolling the shoulders forwards. Exhale as you lift and open. Just bringing it into more of an active stretch, warming up the body. Nice. Feeling the glutes engage. Let's do 2 more. And then bringing the body all the way down onto the back. So let's relax into the arms. The head comes down in line with the spine. And let's take a little breather here. You can hug into the knees if you like, and you can rock side to side. Feel the lower back gently release here. And we're going to focus on your hamstring flexibility now. So we're going to ground into your left foot, and with your right leg, we're going to work through 10 leg kicks. So hover the foot just off of the mat and try and engage your tummy muscles. Inhale as you bring the leg towards you, exhale as you lengthen. And control it down. Try not to just drop it and bounce. Try and feel the core muscles engage. So you've got a posterior tilt. Lower back's pressing into the floor. And you can keep the knees soft, but if you want to intensify the stretch, definitely lengthen the leg and bring the toes towards you. Let's work through 4 more. Lifting the leg all the way up, interlock the hands behind the back of the thigh, and let's bring the leg towards you for 5 breaths. Just keeping it soft. Feel a gentle release through the back of the leg. Nice. And you can also do this one with a strap if you've got a yoga strap. From here, we're going to inhale as we bend into your right knee and exhale as you lengthen. So you're engaging the muscles now. Inhale as you lower, exhale, lengthen. Keep bringing the leg towards you using your hands, and you'll feel like the leg is coming closer towards you. Really nice. Working through 1 more. Then we're going to hold at the top and focus on the ankle, point and flex. Keep that range. Really nice. From here, keep the foot flexed. We're going to release the hands either side of you as we slowly lower the leg down, just an inch off of the mat. Control it all the way down, and we're going to keep the crunch now. So lift the head and find like a mini dish. We're just going to get the core muscles really engaged here. 5 deep breaths. If it's too hard, bend into that right knee. If it's too easy, you can reach the arms above the head. Really nice. Hold for 2 more breaths. And on your next exhale, release. We're going to lengthen out both legs and now interlock your hands around your right knee. So bring that knee all the way up towards your shoulder. Feel the leg become very heavy and relaxed in your hands, and feel that left leg completely relaxed on the floor. So we're still working through this right side. On your next exhale, let's bring this knee all the way over to the left. So we come into a twist. Use a cushion if you need to for support. And with that right arm, you can reach out to the right. Again, use a cushion here if you need to. Breathe into the belly and take a few deep breaths. Just releasing off some tension through the lower back. Really nice. On your next exhale, let's slowly bring it back. Ground both feet in towards the hips now. Realign the hips so they're in line with the feet, so they might feel a little bit off. And we're just going to tuck the tailbone. So feel that posterior tilt. Both feet are in line with the hips. On your next exhale, we're going to lift up and hold a glute bridge for 10 seconds. Just feel the glutes become active here. And the hips begin to open, so you're lengthening your hip flexors. If you've been sat down a lot for the past few days, this one should feel quite good to feel the hips lengthen. And on your next exhale, let's slowly bring it down. We're now going to work through 10 leg kicks with the left leg. So again, hover it off the floor, find your core muscles. Let's bring it up as you inhale, exhale as you lower the leg down. And again, just work on your range. Keep the knees soft if you need to. Depends where you're feeling it in the back of the leg. If it is across the knee, you might want to bend into it. But if you're feeling quite open and mobile, definitely keep that leg straight. If your calves are feeling tight, bring the toes towards you, and that will add an extra stretch through the lower leg. Let's do 4 more. Really nice. Lifting the leg all the way up, interlock the hands underneath the knee, and let's hold this stretch. Taking 5 deep breaths, feeling the back of the leg loosen. And inhale as you slowly bend into that left knee, exhale as you lengthen. Let's see how this feels on this side. So you're contracting the hamstring as you bend, exhale as you lengthen, contracting the quad. And keeping that leg extended as we work through the ankle, point and flex. And then keeping the foot flexed as we gently release the hands. And let's slowly lower that foot all the way down, just an inch off of the mat. Big breath in as we crunch up and hold for 5 breaths. Looking for your dish. Again, keep that leg straight if you can. Keep that posterior tilt. 3 more breaths. Maybe reach up with the arms. Really nice. Keep pulling the lower ribs towards the hips. For 3, 2, 1, and relax down. Lengthen out both legs, and then we'll bring that left knee towards your left shoulder and relax the hip as you feel the leg become very heavy in your hands. Feel that right leg completely relax, and then in your own time we're going to twist over to the right. So using your right hand again, grab cushions if you need to, and lengthen out your left arm into that nice back twist. So you might feel the stretch in your chest muscles as well. Taking a few deep breaths here. And on your next exhale, let's slowly bring it back to center. Both hands either side of you. So like we did before, ground the feet and realign the hips. Working through one more glute bridge as we tuck the tailbone, lift the hips, find a neutral spine. Think about engaging the inner thighs here. On your next exhale, let's ripple through the spine, leaving the tailbone last. We're going to work through a few rock and rolls, so hugging into the knees, lifting the tailbone off of the floor. Think about relaxing the legs so they're heavy in your hands. We're going to rock through the spine, engaging the core to lift the chest. If it's uncomfortable on your floor, just stay seated. If you want to increase the stretch, bring the legs over the head. See how far they can travel. Walk it forwards. Nice. Let's find your forward fold now. So bringing the legs all the way forwards. Again, grounding the hips, making sure the sitting bones are even. Inhale as we lengthen through the spine. Sit onto a cushion if you feel like you're rocking back. And exhale as we forward fold. See how it feels now after loosening off the back of the hips. Breathing into the belly, let's find your halfway lift, lengthen through the spine, and exhale, forward fold. Tucking the chin towards the chest. Let's keep it here for 5 more breaths. And taking your time to roll up through the spine to come on out. Exhale, let's bring it up. We'll bring the body all the way around now to all fours. And make sure the knees are comfortable. You can pop a cushion underneath your knees if you need to. Hands underneath your shoulders. And let's just work through a few cat-cows, mobilizing the spine. You can always come back to a child pose if you like, or a different stretch if you need to. So we've really focused on the back of the legs. We're now going to go into the hips, the front of the hips. So we're going to find a neutral spine. We're going to tuck the toes, lift the legs into your down dog. Open up the shoulders and really lift up the hips. Nice, nice flat back. We're going to step your right foot forwards. Find your high lunge. The knee comes just over the ankle. Take a big breath in as you lengthen the spine. On your next exhale, we're going to lift the legs into a standing triangle. So you bring the head towards the knee. Inhale as you lower back into your high lunge. Maybe you feel this through that left hip. Exhale as you lift and lengthen. Let's work through 2 more here. And then we're going to lower down into your high lunge. We're going to work through 5 active stretches. So we're going to bend into that back knee and exhale as you lengthen. Inhale as you lower, exhale as you lengthen. So maybe you feel those hip flexors stretch at the bottom. Engage the quads at the top. 3, 4, last one, and 5. Keep this high lunge. On your next exhale, let's reach up with the right arm. Open the chest. And you can either stay here or lower the back knee. Dropping the back knee, you'll get more into the hip flexors. Open up that right shoulder. And you can also reach for your back foot. Really nice. Take 5 deep breaths wherever you are. Make sure that it feels comfortable. And if you got hold of that back foot, slowly release, windmill that front arm round. Inhale as we lift and lengthen, exhale as we gently sit it back, bringing the head towards your front knee. Bring the toes towards you. Nice, take 5 breaths here. And then in your own time, bend into that front leg. We're going to step that back foot forwards and relax in a forward fold. Hold on to the elbows and release off some tension in the upper body now. Relax the head. Dropping the arms, slowly roll up through your spine. Take a big breath in as you reach the arms up. Exhale as you forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Find that flat back. Hands to floor. Let's step into your plank. Control the body down. Inhale as you pull through to your cobra. And let's lift the hips back into your downward facing dog. Hips are high. 3 breaths here. You can always choose child pose as well if you need to. Nice. On your next inhale, let's step your left foot through. High lunge. Take a big breath in and exhale as we lift the hips into your standing triangle. Again, just rocking forwards and back. You should feel nice and open. Bringing the knee just over the ankle in that lunge and keeping the back leg active. And let's lower into your high lunge. 5 knee lowers. So control that knee down. Exhale as you lengthen for 1, 2, 3, really nice. 4, hold for 5, good. Feel that right hip really lengthen here. Big breath in as we reach up with that left arm, open the chest. So same arm as front leg is twisting. Maybe you lower the back knee and stay here if that feels good, or reach for your back foot. Finding a nice twist through the spine. With that right hand, you can also pop it on top of some blocks to help with your range. And on your next exhale, slowly windmill the arm. Step that back front forwards and let's find your forward fold. Relax the head and we'll just rock side to side, taking a few deep breaths. Rolling up through the spine, let's bring the body up to standing. We're going to set the feet wide now as we come into more of the adductors. Big breath in as you lengthen the spine. Exhale as we slowly fold forward and keep the knees soft here if you need to. Okay, so the wider the legs are, the deeper the stretch. So just go to your own range, bring them wider or closer if you need to, and try and keep length in the spine. From here, let's walk the hands all the way over to the left foot. Look over that left shoulder and take 3 deep breaths. And on your next exhale, let's bring it back to the center and walking all the way over to the right foot. Looking over your right shoulder. And exhale as we bring it all the way back to center. We're going to slowly drop one knee at a time. So place the hands down in line with the shoulders and we're just going to bend into one knee and then the other. So we find all fours. Make sure the knees are comfortable. And we're going to lengthen out your right leg. Inhale as you lengthen through the spine. Exhale as we gently sit back. Let's just rock through the hips here. Keeping that right knee soft if you need to. Really nice. If this is enough, stay here. Or working into one twist, we're going to take a big breath in as we reach up with your right arm. And exhale as you bring your right arm through the gap, finding a twist. Relax the head and relax the shoulder. As you come on out, press into that left hand. We're going to open up that right arm at the top. And then gently bring that hand back down to center. Walking the hands all the way towards you. Let's find your triangle. Again, make sure this feels comfortable on that bottom knee. Big breath in as you lengthen the spine. Exhale as we lift and lengthen. Opening up that left side. Bringing the shoulders away from the ears. Nice. So that right hand's traveling down your right leg. And the left arm's up and over, shoulders away from the ears. From here, we're going to lower your left hand all the way down in line with your left knee. And let's lift up your right arm. So we're in a side plank position. And stay here, or let's lift up your top leg. So you're engaging into that glute. Half moon. Nice. Opening up your top shoulder. And you can either stay here or reach for that right foot. Opening up the quad and your hips. Keep the balance as we slowly come on out, lengthen the leg, reaching up, and let's lower that foot down. We're going to come into one more side bend, reaching up and over with that left arm as you exhale. Lowering that right hand all the way down that leg. And bring it back to center, really nice. Both hands grounding onto the floor. Let's bring that right knee in. Bring the hips back and just rest in your child pose. Take a few deep breaths as we relax the head down onto the floor. You can rock side to side with the hips. Feel a little spine. Feel a little round in the spine as you bring your hips to lower towards the heels. Really nice. So we're going to work through the other side now. So hands are in line with the shoulders and we're going to lengthen out your left leg. Big breath in as you rock the weight forwards. Exhale as we sit the hips back. Nice. Just see how this feels in this side. And then either stay here if this is enough, or take a big reach up with that left arm. Open up the chest and exhale as we twist this left arm through. Palm facing up, shoulder maybe relaxes onto the floor, followed by the head. And as we come on out, press through that right hand, reach up with your left arm. And bring that hand back to center. Really nice. Walking the hands towards you now as we find your triangle position. Posterior tilt. Big breath in as we lower that left arm down. Exhale as we reach up and over with the right. Feeling a side stretch. And just check in and see how it feels on this side. Bringing the chest up towards the sky. Big breath in, exhale as we lower now. Bringing the right hand down in line with that right knee. Ground the hand, reach up with your left arm. Maybe lift that leg for half moon. Stay here or bend into that left knee. Reaching for the foot as we open up the hips. Look for tucking the tailbone here. Keep the knee in line with the hips. And on your next exhale, let's reach and lengthen. Inhale, ground the foot. Exhale as we lift up and lower that left hand all the way down, finding that side bend. And bringing the body all the way around. Let's find your child pose. Bringing the knees together and the hips back. Taking a few deep breaths here. Rocking side to side if that feels good. Inhale as we bring the body up to all fours. Tucking the toes, lift the hips. Let's find your down dog. Inhale as we find a high plank, engage the tummy muscles. We're now going to bring the left hand to the right knee or right ankle. Let's find a twist. And let's bring it back to your high plank. Exhale as we twist, looking under that left shoulder. And bring it back to high plank. One more each side. Left hand to right knee or ankle. Look under the right shoulder as you lift the hips and back to high plank. Exhale as we twist. Last one. Left knee to right hand, to left knee or left ankle. Bring it back to high plank. Let's lower the knees down. Bend into the arms as we finish with a nice back arch. Ground in the hands, I'll let you choose. We've got your Sphinx pose. Rolling the shoulder blades back and down as you tuck the tailbone, and let's find your back bend. Head in line with the spine. Either stay here or let's find your cobra. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Pushing up and staying strong in the arms. Keeping the chest lengthened. Keeping the lower back lengthened. And maybe bring the eyesight up. You can engage the thighs here. And on your next exhale, let's bend into the knees and bring the hips back into your child pose. Rocking side to side if that feels good. And let's bring the body up now as we work through the shoulders, coming into eagle arms. Sitting onto their heels if that feels good, or you can cross the legs if that feels better. One arm under, we'll bring right arm under. Either stay here where the elbows are touching if that feels good, or interlock and look for a bind. Closing down the eyes, let's open up the back of the body here. Breathing into the belly for 5 breaths. Noticing any sensations. Either stay here or on your next inhale, let's forward fold. Tucking into the chin, let's slowly bend and bring the elbows down towards your knees. Round in the spine. Exhale as we slowly bring it up. Lifting the elbows higher than the heart. And in your own time, slowly release. Shaking out the shoulders. Feeling some sensations as the blood comes back. Let's bring it straight onto the other side as we work the left arm under, right arm underneath on top, lift and lengthen. See how this side feels. Either stay here or on your next inhale, let's slowly lower. Bring the elbows down, round in the spine. And exhale, bringing the elbows up higher than the heart. And slowly release. Let's roll the shoulder blades back and down as we open the chest. Maybe you lift the head. And bring it back. Let's come down onto the floor now. We can either work the same twist we did at the start of the class, where you lengthen out the legs and you bring one knee up and we bring that knee across. Use a bolster or block if you need to. Or if you would like to try eagle legs, we're going to bring the left leg over, just like we do with the arms. The knees are touching. Either stay here or look for a bind where this left foot comes underneath your right calf. Hook the foot, so keep that foot flexed. From here, inhale as you bring the knees towards you, and we're going to lower towards the right. The left leg's on top, we're lowering towards the right. And let's reach and lengthen with the arms. Breathe into the belly. Feel the legs become very heavy and relaxed. If this feels good, hold for another 3 breaths. Working into the hips, the knees and the ankles there as you keep your bind. Really good for inflammation and circulation of the legs. Feel the body slowly relax as you take some deep exhales. And then in your own time, we're going to slowly untangle the legs. Uncrossing the legs, bring the knees into your chest and let's just rock it side to side, realigning the hips. You can bring the knees wide if that feels good. And let's see how it feels on the other side. Taking your time, right knee on top if you're working eagle legs, and maybe look for the bind, hooking the leg under. Inhale as you lift the knees towards you, exhale as we twist, bringing the legs towards the left. And let's reach out with your right arm. Again, reach for a cushion if you need to for support. Breathing into the belly. Keeping the body still for another 3 breaths. And when you're ready, let's slowly untangle and bring the knees back towards your chest, rocking side to side if that feels good. And lengthening out the body now into your final pose. Grounding the legs and just checking in with your temperature. Bring a blanket if you need to or a jumper. Making sure the head's comfortable, maybe with a cushion. And let's just take a big breath in. And exhale through the mouth. Feeling the whole body relax. One more. Bring some stillness now into the body as we close down the eyes. Notice any sensations. Bring your awareness to your breath. As we lie here together for a moment longer. Just notice that as you bring your mind to your breath, the physical body begins to relax and the mind begins to calm. And if you do have the time, stay here for a moment longer. If you're ready to make some movements, maybe start off with the fingers and the toes. Bending into the knees if that feels good, and just take your time to roll onto one side of the body, using your hands to support you to come up to a comfortable seat. Making any extra stretches if you need to, but lengthening up through the spine, closing down the eyes. And I'd like to say thank you so much for joining in today. See you tomorrow. Hands together. Namaste.